Hey, what's going on? How can I help you?
In Paradise.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
I'm Deputy Richard, York County Sheriff's Office.
Sweet. Can I get badge number as well?
My call sign's 449. We don't really have badge number.
David Targasky, 146.
How do you spell it? How do you say it?
Targasky.
Twargoski. Okay.
So,
sweet. How can I help you guys today?
Of course, we got a call. You were out here with the camera. As long as you're not on their property, you're good.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure you know that.
Of course I know that.
But we had to come out here and do our due diligence.
Hey,
just make
I understand, and I appreciate you guys coming up, very respectful and very knowledgeable. I wish we had some more of that here.
So he filmed me as I was pulling in.
Okay.
Followed me again as I pulled
Okay.
out. So I said, what the hell are you doing here?
I got you. I got you. Okay, so it's not illegal for him to film.
No, it's not. I just want to know what it is.
I got you. I got
You know, and it's funny because the conversation came to, just why don't you just touch my truck and then we'll put it in public.
I was driving in. This dude was following me with the camera.
I got
And
you.
all the people in there were like, hey, this dude's out here filming.
This guy's really good at circular conversations, by the way. That's number 2. That's the second time he...
The video opens with a familiar warning to viewers. Appearances can be deceiving, especially when it comes to law enforcement. While some officers may seem polite and professional at first, that does not always mean they understand the laws they are sworn to enforce. The narrator emphasizes that citizens must remain alert, because ignorance of the law by police often leads to violations of constitutional rights. Before the encounter unfolds, viewers are encouraged to engage with the content and reflect on the interaction they are about to witness.
Said that same sentence.
He fired right back at me. I'm like, what the fuck's the problem?
Oh,
Okay.
there's number 3. There's number 3.
Well, like I said, you can ask. He doesn't have to answer, and he's perfectly within his right to, as long as he's in public. I got you, man.
But he just told me he'll get it.
Okay.
It's one of those,
What?
he's
I got you. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I was just curious why I was getting filmed, man.
All right, man. Well, like I said, he doesn't. I got you. He doesn't have to give you an answer, so if you want to go ahead and head on out of here, if there's anything else we can help you with, just let us know, okay? All
I
right.
don't appreciate what
I understand that.
anybody does, but he's even said that he's too scared to go in there and ask me.
I got you.
Dude, I'm terrified.
All right.
I'm terrified.
I appreciate you, boss. Have a good day.
See you later, buddy.
All right, man. Like I said, as long as you're not going into their private property.
I have no intention of doing that whatsoever. And I mean, nobody's even told me to leave anyway. So if they want to tell me to leave, I don't want to make like a hearsay situation or anything. If they want me trespassed, just have somebody come out and tell me that. And
I haven't talked to them yet.
Okay.
We just seen you out here, so we
Sweet.
thought we'd make contact with you first, okay?
So I'm just curious. So you came and made contact. You have no idea what the story is inside there.
We know what the caller.
Initial contact begins calmly as a deputy from the county sheriff's office approaches the man filming. The officer introduces himself and explains that a call was received about someone with a camera. He acknowledges that filming is legal as long as the individual remains off private property. The filmer responds respectfully, demonstrating clear knowledge of his rights, and even expressing appreciation for the officer's calm demeanor. At this stage, the interaction appears cooperative, highlighting how quickly tone can change despite a peaceful beginning.
Once.
Oh, so they want me
just
trespassed. Is that what
Not
I'm hearing?
necessarily.
No.
They just we're calling about a suspicious person.
Okay, so I'm still allowed to go in there then, right?
As far as I'm concerned right now, yes.
Oh, okay.
I am going to go in there and talk to them and see
Okay.
what they want to do.
So your body cam is rolling, right?
Yeah, that's all.
So are you going to go in there? You're going to ask them if they want me to leave or be trespassed from the building? Like you're going to go?
100%. I'm going to ask if they care that you're out here. If you go onto their property. If
Oh,
they care.
so you're going to go solicit a trespass?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
All right. And just make sure you have that CAD number for me as soon as you come back. Thanks.
But understand, if he's down there on the road and he's filming, he's 100% within his rights. That is a public area that he can film. Okay, we clear on that? You want him trespassed.
There it is, solicitation.
Actually, she brought it up first because you walked over here into the parking lot.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to need your ID so I can trespass.
Oh, you're going to need my ID?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
As the conversation continues, subtle red flags emerge. Another officer acknowledges that filming in public is not illegal, yet the discussion becomes repetitive and circular. The filmer points out how the same explanations are repeated without resolution. While officers claim they are simply doing due diligence, the lack of clarity begins to create tension. Despite reassurance that no laws are being broken, the interaction drifts away from education and toward unnecessary escalation. exposing confusion within the officer's own understanding of lawful activity.
Okay, so what happens if I go walk back over there?
I'm still going to trespass you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. So I need your
Right.
ID.
Okay. So
or your name
am I
and
being
date of birth.
detained?
At this point, yeah.
At
because
this
I'm
point,
doing
I
a
am being
trespass.
detained. So am I allowed to?
Would you like a supervisor
Am I
out
allowed to leave the property?
No, because I
no.
need
Now I'm
your
not
information.
allowed to leave the property.
I need your information.
So
you
you're
can
not going to
trespass.
give me ample time to leave, right? Is this what you're saying?
not-
They don't
Leave.
want you
You're
to come
detained.
back.
Okay. So what you're saying is
So
if they want me to leave, right?
They want you to leave.
Right. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is go step back onto the public property, right?
And I'm going to come over there and I'm going to get your ID. I'm going to tell you you're trespassing, not to come back to this property
You are.
indefinitely. And then if you do, you're going to be arrested for trespassing.
Okay. Cool.
All right, let's walk over here. I'll
Sweet.
get your ID from you. You a resident of South Carolina? Like South Carolina driver's license?
I'm not going to answer any questions, buddy.
Okay.
You can bring your supervisor out here, though. That'd be good.
440, 440.
So now you're under the guise that while I'm standing out here now.
The filmer clearly states that he has no intention of entering private property and requests direct communication if the business wants him to leave. Instead of confirming facts, officers admit they responded before fully understanding the situation inside the building. This leads to the officer deciding to go inside and ask whether the business wants the filmer trespassed. At this point, the encounter shifts from observation to active solicitation of a trespass, raising serious constitutional concerns about due process and lawful enforcement.
After I've left the property.
Right here, 25 minutes.
So now you're under the impression that now that I'm off the property, now I need to give you my ID.
Yes, because
Right?
you're being trespassed.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll just wait for the
All
supervisor.
right, you can just stay right here.
Sounds good.
I think they're
We got a supervisor on the way? All right.
on the like on the roadway.
Now tell me, I'm gonna give you a chance for some, to show some knowledge here. Now, if I were to leave a property, right, or if they said, I'll give you a scenario. Let's say that they said that I had to leave, right, and I left and ran away before you guys got here. What are you guys gonna do?
That's different.
That's different.
You are here. You are here. We made
I am
contact
here,
with
right?
you,
Right.
And they want you indefinitely trespassed
Yep.
from the property,
Yep.
which means you're good now, right?
So then what? Now
left.
I'm going to tell you. I identify as good citizen for this report.
Okay.
So now what's going to happen when I do that?
Okay, I still need your ID. You're still going to be trespassed.
Once the officer returns, the situation escalates rapidly. Despite the filmer stepping onto public property, he is told he must provide identification. The officer states that the filmer is now being detained and is not free to leave, even though he is no longer on private property. The filmer calmly questions the legality of his detention, pointing out that he is being denied the opportunity to leave voluntarily. This moment highlights a critical misunderstanding of trespass law and lawful detainment procedures.
Indefinitely from the property.
Really?
That's what's going to
Really?
happen. Yes, this is private property.
Okay.
This is good public.
Mhm.
That's private, right? We can agree on that.
Mhm.
They don't want you up there.
Yeah.
The second you walked across the parking lot
Yeah.
and started filming,
Yeah.
they decided, hey, I don't want you on my property,
Huh.
right? They have every right to do that, being a private business. Correct?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We can agree on that.
Yeah.
So from here on out, in the future, say tomorrow you decide you want to come out here and film again, and you step foot on that property
Yeah.
and we get called, you're going to go to jail for
Right.
trespassing.
Right. So yeah. So
But
now.
in order for me to
Yeah.
put that information into our system, I have to have
Oh
your name.
really?
Right?
Oh really?
What do you want me to put in there?
Really? Good citizen. I just told you.
Good citizen?
I just told you. Yeah. We
That's-
can go.
that's
We can
what
go
I'm-
with a verbal
that's what I'm
trespass.
gonna put in there? No.
Yeah. No.
No,
No.
no.
Does that not exist? It's just a shoulder shrug, not a yes or no.
How are we supposed to enforce it if we don't know?
I just asked you. I just asked you a
Okay.
question.
You can just wait for my.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's always the you can just wait.
The debate intensifies as the officer insists that identification is required to issue an indefinite trespass. The filmer challenges this claim, explaining that verbal trespass does not require ID, especially when no crime has occurred. The officer struggles to answer basic legal questions and repeatedly defaults to authority rather than law. The filmer remains composed, requesting a supervisor and demonstrating how knowledge of rights can expose gaps in law enforcement training during real-world encounters.
It's always the you can just wait, and I'm not going to argue with you when you can't answer a question.
If you know this stuff so good, why don't you become a cop? If you're so versed.
I'm not gonna answer that question on the grounds of stupidity.
Okay.
You think I want to come and do this to people?
Do what? Enforce the law?
Enforce the law, really? You're enforcing an imaginary law, my friend.
Okay.
And hopefully your supervisor does come out here nice and educated, because
I hope-
if he's going to tell me that what I need to do is give you my ID, I am going to give you my ID, and I'm going to give you my my information under threat of arrest, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to file an internal affairs complaint, and then I'm going to sue the shit out of this county.
Who said you were under arrest?
No, you said I was detained.
Detained and being arrested are two different things.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now,
As frustration grows, the officer admits that nothing would happen if the filmer simply walked away, contradicting earlier statements of detention. This contradiction underscores the unlawful nature of the stop. When the supervisor arrives, the tone changes immediately. The supervisor confirms that if the filmer does not want to identify himself, he simply must stay off the private property. With that clarification, the supposed legal justification for detainment collapses, proving the filmer's understanding of the law was correct all along.
now let me ask you, what happens if I were to just walk away right now?
Nothing right now.
Nothing right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And nothing as soon as the supervisor gets here?
Okay, man. I'm gonna walk back over here.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Yeah, probably is.
Oh, we got Mr. Gloves in the back here.
Yes, sir.
He's excited. What's going on?
Not too much. What's going on today?
I got no answers for any of your questions, other than the fact that I just want to know if I get told that I'm trespassed and I'm no longer allowed to go, what's called a verbal trespass, and I'm standing right here off the property. What was your name?
Deputy Richard.
Richard? Oh, Richard. Yeah, that makes sense.
The video concludes with an important takeaway. While the initial officer remained mostly respectful, respect alone does not excuse ignorance of the law. The potential for rights violations remains high when officers lack basic legal understanding. This encounter reinforces why citizens must educate themselves and record interactions for accountability. The narrator reminds viewers that knowing and exercising their rights protects not only themselves but the public as a whole, urging continued awareness, documentation, and civic engagement.
So Mr. Richard here said that if I'm standing on a public easement, that he still needs to get my ID. He still needs to get my ID. So what you're telling me, I just want to make sure that I'm under the correct understanding that I can identify as good citizen, and as long as I'm not on the property, then if I don't return, nothing's going on.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to identify yourself, don't go back on the property, okay?
Simple enough.
See you later, Richard.
Take it easy, bro.
Hey, thanks for the free education, man. He's not upset, he's just disappointed. It's okay.